Just wanted to kind of do an overview of a dual circuit master for disc application install. This we're doing on a 66 convertible, and we're going to show you all the parts we're replacing. So right here we have the factory reservoir that then has a line that comes down. Getting some light here, and you can see it. The line will come out here and come into this. It's a single circuit master cylinder with a brake light switch on the end, and right front, left front, rear on a drum application master cylinder. And it has, this one switch has a 3-wire plug, which it shouldn't. Let's see here. And yeah, it's 2, so it shouldn't have a 3. So 2 wires, and we're going to be updating it to a dual circuit disc master cylinder that you saw in our video build out where we're painting it, taking it apart. And here is how it looks now. So we have 2 brake light switches. We set this up so it's universal. So you're only going to run the 2 wires to one of these switches. If this fails, then you go to the next one. The one port closest to the pedal assembly is going to be for the rear brakes. This is going to be for the left front. This is going to be for the right front. This master cylinder is universal, so it has 4 more additional plugs on this side. The kit comes with the plugs, so you'll just have to seal those with pipe tape, pipe dope, or we use Loctite sealant to lock those in. So I'm going to show you installing this. Let's go! You see we use a brake line wrench that has 4 flats, so it engages, you don't round off the square edges. Now we're going to go inside and loosen those bolts and remove the master cylinder. So the spacers are still in there. Right there and over there. Bolts are out, so we'll pull it out, see what happens. So we got the front brake lines here. I'm actually going to wire wheel them up and straighten them out and then kind of bend them the way I want to bend them, and kind of shrink these back to stock. Wire wheel them and paint them so that they look great on the chassis. Here we go. So now we got all the lines straightened out and wire wheeled. We're going to get these painted up and these bent into a nice shape, since we're going from a single stage master to a dual circuit master, and we got to bend it all new. So I used a body hammer and a vise and used the anvil part and just kind of straighten them out. Make old new again. So I took the brake actuating rod out of the pedal assembly and wire wheeled it and chased all the threads so that everything is like loose, so we can make some fine-tuned adjustments, because the distance going into each master is different. So you will have to adjust this, and this is how you get pedal free play. You adjust this as it taps. You want to get about 1/8 of an inch of free play, you know, like, tapping back and forth, and then you'll lock it down. You can add anti-seize to this for easy adjustments, as well as on the pin here. And we took the bolts out, cleaned them up, and once we get final adjustments, then we'll wipe off all the excess and paint them up so it doesn't rust. There she is, in all her glory. Just clears on that side, and just clears over here. So, once again, rear port, going to the left front, going to the right front. Pretty basic, pretty easy. So I straightened this up here and got the back one in. Now we'll work with our new straight one, which we have here, and we'll start doing our bends. Getting all ready. One down. I left this connection loose so that I can spin. Alright, so I can spin this when I'm putting it in the caliper. That way I can keep the length of the hose not like twisted. So this is still loose. This one's tight. This is tight. And just making sure I got all my bases covered. Now we'll go on to the long one, which will be the other side. All done. So all lines are, original lines are used again. We'll just paint these clips and we'll get the beam installed. So we're getting ready to put the PRObuilt Beam in today, and we're prepping the beam bolts and the threaded inserts for installation. So we got our tap, 12 by 1.5 tap, and we're gonna chase the threads, and then we're gonna replace the inspection plate with one of the Airkewld versions prior to putting the beam in. So let's show you that. So here's the new UV plate, and we supply the 6mm stainless hardware, and to get that we use a 4mm Allen, and to remove the factory one we're going to use a 10mm wrench. So that's that, and we got our beam bolts here for the installation of this bad boy.
And I'm coming to take it back. Not over yet. Ain't gonna quit. No matter what. Never lay down, never give up. I am a fighter. I'm a fighter. I'm a survivor.
So John, why do you think we do this?
So threads don't get galled up and stop halfway in.
Right. So 66, we're looking at 54, 55 years old. How much crap is in that thread?
About 55 years worth.
Right. Rust, oil, grease, you name it's in there. And you don't want to force feed these bolts in. And stainless and force feeding, they don't mix. Technically anything don't mix like that, right?
I'll get some air after this and blow through.
All right. And we'll put some anti-seize on the bolts. Make it happen.
I am a fighter. I'm a fighter.
right, first step when getting your PRObuilt beam is you got to take the steering dampener nut off. You got to take this whole long tie rod assembly off. So on a 66 and later, there are 19mm nuts here and 17mm nut here. I'm going to take off this assembly. We do leave this tag on that shows that it's loose, so that you don't assume that it's tight. I'm going to remove that, then we're going to put it in. If you get the install kit, it's going to come with that inspection plate. It's going to come with the upper and the lower body pads. The ones that you're going to put the beam on first is the ones without the flange. Here are the ones with the flange. Those go inside the car. So we're going to just put those on as an insulator before we put the beam in. Now we're going to prep the bolts out of package and get them anti-seized, ready for installation. So the head on these bolts are 14mm. The thread pitch is 12mm by 1.5. And these bolts are set up to run no caster shims. And after this, we will show how John becomes the Tin Man.
Oh wait, you got something in the face.
Whoa! It is not football day, and I mean those little, what do they call those little stripes they put on your...
It's just for
glare, right?
Yeah.
Anti-glare. This does the opposite. It puts more glare. All right, here we go. Hey guys, I want to tell you about the promotion we're continuing in 2021, and that's giving away one of these ultimate beams to one of our subscribers who likes and comments on our videos. Once we hit 10K, we're at this number right here right now. Once we're at 10K, then we're going to randomly select a subscriber and make sure they've commented on one of the videos, and we're going to give it away for your Type 1 Beetle, Gia, Type 3 thing. That's what we're going to do, one of those bad boys right there. And you could be it. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Now back to the film.
Stand up all together now. We got the power. We got the power. Let's start a revolution. Stand up all together now.
So we took the steering dampener off, made it easy, and you have to kind of tip the front end so that the steering box kind of scoops in there. And we rotated the steering arm all the way over to that side, kind of gave us a little bit more clearance to kind of slide it in there. Obviously this is done with the body on, a little bit more hands-on approach. Obviously if it was on the floor, you can use a jack and kind of pad the jack and kind of shimmy it in there. But it's in there now, and we're going to tighten the bolts.
This is the payoff. This is the payoff.
So our beam slots are in the uprights are slotted left to right to kind of fine-tune the spacing of the beam on the body and in the chassis. Once we do a fine-tune alignment, we will adjust these bolts. So this is just the preliminary setup let's get the beam in there, let's get it set in there, and then we'll fine tune the adjustment.
Cost to be the boss. This is the payoff. This is the payoff.
No body mods, 4-inch narrowed beam. And as you can see, we have a new little scraping area for this car. But she's in.
The payoff. This is the payoff.
Oh, the bottle that you've been drinking, well, it's really drowning you. And all the people that you've been blaming, well, they should be blaming you.
All the time you say was wasted, well, it was wasted all by you. And all the love that walked away was really left behind by you. Down, down so low, how deep into the ground can one man dig a hole? Down, down so low, leaving you crying out, have mercy on my soul. Down so low. Oh Lord, down so low. All the money that you kill for, well, now the blood's all over you. All your dreams.
Now we'll connect the brake lines, the speedo cable, and the steering column linkage. So this is where the body pads, the curved ones, sit in those slots. And the factory hardware and washers, rectangular washers, will be used. As you see, the rubber down there is going to kind of smash and kind of create a nice solid union between the beam, the frame, and the body. Of tire gap currently unloaded, not at the highest position that it can go, but that's what it is.
The water's closing around you. You've got to find a way to be free.
I think that looks perfect. Now that we got the beam in place, we have to hook up the brake lines and the speedo cable. On a ball joint car, there's 2 holes. When machining, they can't machine a curved hole. So they have one that is for like a factory to get it straight out the end of the spindle shaft, and one that allows it to miss this ball joint and not be in a kinked position. So we're gonna go with the rearmost hole, and what we're gonna do first is we're gonna lube this cable, and yeah, we're gonna put it in that hole, and then it's gonna come out to the dust cap, and the actual square drive of this is gonna fit in that. Then it takes a little C-clip. Let's do that.
Put this behind me. That day is gonna come. I'm breaking the walls down one by one. Nothing can stop me. That day is gonna come.
Alright, so we're just gonna wipe off the excess grease here and put a new clip since it didn't have a clip. And those boxes are now checked. So here is the C-clip, and we will put it on in the groove. This little tool has a little teeth on it. I just push it on. Fits in that groove like that. And now, as long as the speedo cable works and the speedo works, then it should dry. Is brake line install. Now, I have seen some clients who have installed the hose here and here and disregarded the fluid inlet lift to remove sticker here. So I like that it says made USA too. So the inlet hole is there. So we're gonna clean off this and show you the right way to install this fitting. Here we have the sticker removed, and this thread is 8th pipe NPT. The 10mm 1.0 hose will go in it, but it will not bottom out, it will not seal. You need to have the right fitting for the job. On our hose, we have a -3 to a 8th pipe NPT adapter. So we're going to put the Loctite sealant on this fitting, and this is a compression fitting. So we're going to seal this one into this caliper and then spin the hose on that fitting.